So good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, sir.
My voice clarity is there, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma. So we can revise the molecular basis of inheritance, right? So here, actually nucleic acids. So nucleic acids are nothing but it's a type of macromolecule found in all living organisms. So we listed in biomolecules, we studied different type of organic molecule, right? So one of the organic and macromolecule is this nucleic acid. The nucleic acids are found in all living organisms, But the nucleic acids in the it's a considered as a they are considered as a building block of genetic material. So because for genetic or the heredity, the responsible molecule is only this nucleic acid, right? So the heredity material is only nucleic acid, right? So they are considered as a heredity or they are building block of genetic material, right? But nucleic acid, there are two types are there. One is you can say DNA, another one you can say RNA molecule, right? So the DNA, the full form is, the expanded form is deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA full form is ribonucleic acid, right? Like there are two types of the nucleic acids are found in all living organisms. You keep it in mind, all living organisms, the nucleic acids are, how many types of nucleic acid found? Two types of nucleic acids are found in all living organisms, right? But whatever may be, the DNA, RNA, both are, so all are found in this one. But DNA is a genetic material in all living organisms. Or you can say the most of the living organism. Most of the living organism, the genetic material is. So because here the DNA molecule acts as a genetic material in nearly all living organisms. But what about the function of RNA? But RNA it's a genetic material only for some viruses, not all viruses. You keep it in mind. It's a very important point. So RNA it's act as a genetic material only for some viruses, not for all viruses. So all living organisms, they are having DNA as a genetic material. Only few viruses, some viruses, they are having RNA as a genetic material. But I told in the first point I told, so these two types of nucleic acids are found in all living organisms, right? All living organisms I told, except viruses. So viruses, either they have DNA or RNA alone. So both are not found in viruses because viruses are not considered as a living organism. So viruses are considered as a so living and acellular particle because the viruses are not cells. But except viruses, all living organisms contain this both type of nucleic acid, DNA and also RNA also. Okay, in living organism, we are saying that so DNA acting as a genetic material. And even though, so DNA is a genetic, okay, even though why the RNA is present in genetic material, what is the function of this RNA? So the RNA molecule either function as messenger. So messenger, that RNA molecule that can carry genetic information. They can act as a messenger that can carry genetic information. What is the other role of this RNA other than this? The RNA molecule act as an adapter molecule. So during synthesis of protein, this RNA molecule which pick up amino acid from the cytoplasm to the site of protein synthesis, right? And also some type of RNA, they are having structural and as well as catalytic roles. So these are some functions of RNA within living cells. Okay, you see the nucleic acid, there are two types. We are saying that DNA, RNA, both are essential for life. But DNA alone acting as a genetic, whereas RNA, they are having some other important role within these cells like messenger, adapter, and a structural and catalytic molecule, right? So in this chapter, what we are going to discuss now, so we are going to start with structure of DNA, right? So first we are going to start with the structure of DNA. Then we are going to discuss about the structure of RNA molecules also. When we are talking about structure, there are different levels are there, like primary, secondary, and tertiary level. And next we are going to discuss the process of copying of genetic material, the process of copying of genetic information. So what is that process? How we can call it? Nothing but it's a DNA replication. Next we are going to discuss about the DNA replication, and also next we are going to discuss further the process of making of RNA from DNA. The process of making of RNA from DNA, how we can call, you can call it as transcription, right? So first we are starting with structure of DNA, RNA. Then we are going to discuss about the process of making up its own DNA molecule. The process name is called replication. Next we are going to discuss about the process of making up RNA from DNA. The process you can call it as transcription, right? And next we are going to discuss genetic code that determine the sequence of amino acid in protein. And last, we are going to discuss the process of protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is nothing but the translation, right? And finally, we are going to have the idea about the gene regulation and expression. In that, we are going to see two important models. One is a Lac-Operon model we are going to discuss. Okay, these are the content we are going to discuss under this molecular basis of inheritance, right? All are listening, pa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we can start with now, start with the structure of DNA, right? So because I told the RNA mostly function as a messenger, right? And you see DNA, it's a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotides, right? Long polymer. Actually, this is an acidic substance first discovered by, who has first discovered or identified, the DNA is first identified by Friedrich Mischer. The scientist name is called Friedrich Mischer in 1869, where he discovered in pus forming cells. And he called that particular nucleic acid as a acidic substance. No, he called as a nuclein. And later on, then the nucleins are renamed as nucleic acids by Altman scientists, right? Actually, here the very important thing what we have to see now. So all living organisms, their genetic material is DNA. There is no doubt, right? But the length of DNA usually, how we can measure what unit we have to use to measure the size or length of the DNA. You can use the number of nucleotide or pair of nucleotide. Pair of nucleotide nothing but base pair. But the length of DNA may be vary from organism to organism. So that is, this is the characteristics of an organism. Okay, all organisms, they are not having equal size or equal length of the DNA molecule. So the DNA molecule, the length may be vary from organism to organism. Like what unit we are using to measure the size of DNA, either you can use bases or base pair. So the length may be vary from, okay, for example, so there are different, the forms of DNAs are there. Single stranded is there or double stranded, and a linear and a circular molecules are there. Here you can see, I have given some example, some organism, their type of genetic material, and what is the length of that particular one. This is a NCERT data, we have to be thorough in that one, okay. The first one you can see, this slide is clearly visible, ma? So first you can see here, theta 174 bacteriophage. 174 bacteriophage. the type of genetic material. So bacteriophage, we know that it's a virus that specifically infect the bacteria. That virus we are calling as bacteriophage. But these viruses are DNA viruses because their genetic material is DNA. So 174, the bacteriophage. The genetic material is single-stranded one. So that's why we are given as a SS DNA, single-stranded DNA. But the nature of DNA is a circular molecule. It is a single-stranded and circular DNA molecule. So if it is single-stranded, you have to use the what unit we have to use to measure bases, or you can say number of nucleotide or bases. So what is the length of this particular bacteriophage DNA? 5386 bases or 5386 nucleotide, right? So this is a very important one, this one. And the next organism we can see here, lambda-phage. So lambda-phage is the type of genetic material is double-stranded DNA, and also the DNA is a linear molecule. It's not circular, right? But whereas bacteriophage is circular, it's a single-stranded. But lambda-phage, it's a double-stranded, but the type molecule, DNA molecule is a linear one. So double-stranded, no, how much size? 48502 base pair. The size of lambda-phage DNA is 48502 base pair. Okay, well, don't use the term so bases because it's a double-stranded DNA. And you say the E. coli organism, the simplest bacteria, the type of genetic material found in E. coli is double-stranded DNA, but it is a circular one. Double-stranded DNA, but it's a circular. Here you see the size of the E. coli genome is 4.6 into 10 to the power of 6 base pair. 4.6 into 10 to the power of 6 base pair. Next example is human genome. Our genome, our DNA size is our genetic material is it's a double-stranded DNA. It's a linear, but the size is 3.3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pair. But sometimes we are saying that 6.6 into 10 to the power of 9 base pair. So 3.3 10 to the power of 9 base pair is it's a haploid genome content. This size is 3.3. Haploid is because we are having two sets of DNA. So totally 46 number of chromosomes are there. So number of sets of chromosomes are only 23 pairs. So that we are accounting only 23. 23 now you can take it as a haploid. So what is a haploid? The how much amount of DNA found in haploid nucleus na 3.3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pair. They are saying that diploid you can say just you can haploid na n, diploid na 2n. So diploid na 3.3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pair into 2. So how much we will get? 6.6 into 10 to the power of 9 base pair. Okay, this is size of, so length of, and I told, so one of the characteristics of that the DNA molecule is, so the length may be vary from organism to organism. How we can measure the size or length of DNA? What unit we are using to measure the length? Either you can use number of nucleotide or bases or number of base pair. So this may be for all organisms, they are having different size. The length may be vary from organism to organism. You can see here bacteriophage is only 5386 bases. Lambda-phage is 48502 bases. Whereas E. coli genome is 4.6 10 to the power of 6 base pair. But human DNA size is 3.3 10 to the power of 9 base pair. But here we are taken, so two types of DNA we are taken. So the DNA may be single-stranded or double-stranded, or DNA may be circular or may be linear. For single-stranded circular, the genome example is theta 174 bacteriophage. But double-stranded circular example is E. coli. Double-stranded DNA, it's a linear is lambda-phage, and human genome is double-stranded but linear molecule, right? Are you clear with this part?
Yes, sir.
So next we can start with the structure of polynucleotide chain. Actually, DNA, how we can define the DNA? Na? So DNA simply can say it is a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotide. But here, so the polynucleotide chain only we are calling as DNA or RNA. But polynucleotides, what is the polynucleotide chain? Polynucleotide chain nothing but they are polymer of nucleotides. They are long polymer of nucleotide. The nucleotides either it may be deoxyribonucleotide or maybe ribonucleotide. Depends on molecule. For DNA, it's a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotide. RNA meaning is it is a long polymer of ribonucleotide. So this the polymer of nucleotide we are calling as polynucleotide chain. The polynucleotide chain you can say DNA or RNA molecule, right? So DNA or RNA molecule. So in here, see here, there are many nucleotides joined together. We are getting the polynucleotide, right? See one upon other. So nucleotide 1 here. So next nucleotide, second nucleotide, and third nucleotide, and fourth. So like this, many nucleotides they join. Finally, we will get one long polymer. That polymer, long polymer, you can say polynucleotide chain. The polynucleotide chains also called as DNA or RNA molecule, right? The only difference is DNA contain the deoxynucleotide, whereas RNA contain ribonucleotide. Are you clear with this? DNA, okay, so both are DNA, RNA, both are, it's a polynucleotides, right? And if you take that nucleotide, okay, DNA we told there are many nucleotides are joined together, we are getting polymer. The nucleotide means what? We will see first nucleotide means what? The nucleotide is considered as a basic unit of DNA or RNA molecule. So nucleotide and I told the difference. I told polymers this nucleotide only you can call it as monomer because this is a basic unit which is responsible for building up that DNA or RNA. So this is considered the nucleotide will be considered as a basic unit of DNA or RNA. But if you take one typical nucleotide which is found in DNA or RNA, so the typical nucleotide has three components. Three components are there. What are the components? You can check here one nitrogen base. Okay, look here, the nitrogen base one will be there. So one nitrogen base. So next one is a sugar will be there, or pentose sugar. Pentose sugars, so 5 carbon sugar. So the type of sugar found in RNA is a ribose, but type of pentose sugar found in DNA is a deoxyribose. And next one is a phosphate group. Okay, see nucleotide there are 3 components are there. One nitrogen base, one pentose sugar, one phosphate group. So that all nucleotides. Okay, so if you take one single nucleotide, that nucleotide has 3 components: nitrogen base, a pentose sugar, a phosphate group. These 3 together we are saying that nucleotide. So we will see the structure of nucleotide in detail now. First you see the first compound. Here I have taken pentose sugar. Pentose nothing but it's a 5 carbon sugar, right? 5 carbon sugar we are calling as pentose sugar. The type of pentose sugar found in RNA molecule is ribose. So RNA molecule is ribose, but the type of sugar found in DNA is a deoxyribose. What is the difference between the ribose and deoxyribose? All are it's a 5 carbon, both are it's a pentose sugar only. The exact difference between ribose deoxyribose is, so with here deoxyribose there is no oxygen atom on carbon number 2. Because has carbon atom numbered with the primes to distinguish them from the atom in nitrogen bases. You see here I have given the structure of ribose sugar and also deoxyribose. The ribose which one found in RNA molecule, ribose which found in DNA. You see this is the first carbon, This is second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. And look here, second carbon, position number 2 carbon on the contain hydroxyl group. Whereas in this deoxyribose contain only hydrogen. One oxygen atom is less at the position number 2. So that this sugar also called as 2-deoxyribose. So these both are pentose sugars only. But ribose, the difference between ribose deoxyribose is, so ribose second carbon atom contain hydroxyl group, but in deoxyribose instead of hydroxyl contain only hydrogen. One oxygen atom is, so no oxygen is bounded to this carbon, only hydrogen is bounded to this carbon. So that this sugar name is called deoxyribose, right? This is first one of the compound of nucleotide, right? And the next compound is phosphate group, right? Phosphate group is present. And the which donate phosphate group for formation of nucleotides? The phosphate group donor here is orthophosphoric acid, or you can say phosphoric acid. We know the formula for phosphoric acid, H3PO4, right? H3PO4. This phosphate is joined with the functional group, right? Joined with, it's a nucleoside. It will join, this group name is called phosphate group, right? And the next one is the nitrogen base. What is the nitrogen bases? So here nitrogen bases. Actually nitrogen bases, it's a type of molecules which are rich in nitrogen atoms, So that compound we are calling as the compound which are rich in nitrogen, we are calling as nitrogen base, because if nitrogen atoms are more, it give, so the alkali pH, right? Basic pH. That's why we are saying that nitrogen base. So there are two types of nitrogen bases are there. One is a purine, another one is a pyrimidine. So first nitrogen base is purine, next one is a pyrimidine. What is the difference between these purine and pyrimidine? So both are heterocyclic compound, right? I think you studied about heterocyclic in chemistry. So both are heterocyclic, but purine bases, they are having 9-member double ring structure. 9-member double ring structure. But pyrimidine bases, 6-member single ring structure. But in purine bases, they contain 4 nitrogen atom in its rings. So how many rings are there? What is the number of rings? 9 members. How many rings are found? 2 rings are found, right? And how many nitrogen atoms are found in ring structure of purine? Totally 4 nitrogen. Where it found at position number 1, 3, 7, and 9. Like pyrimidine only single 6-membered and single ring structure and contain 2 nitrogen atom in its rings at position number 1 and 3. Position number 1 and 3. You see, there are 2 types of nitrogen purine bases are there. One is adenine, another one is guanine. And pyrimidine bases are 3 types: cytosine, thymine, and uracil, right? So these are the nitrogen bases. So generally there are 2 types. What bases we are categorizing? Because purine, pyrimidine both are heterocyclic. But purines are 9-membered and double ring structure. Pyrimidines are 6-membered, a single ring structure. And all purine bases contain 4 nitrogen atom in rings, but all pyrimidine contain 2 nitrogen. So nitrogen were present position number 1 and 3 and 7 and 9, right? So and here position number 1 and 3. Okay, you see here. So purine are 2 types, adenine, guanine, whereas pyrimidines are 3 types: cytosine, thymine, uracil. You see adenine structure, 2 rings are there, one 6-member ring, one 5-member ring, and also guanine, the 2 rings are there. But you see here, how many nitrogen atom present rings now? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 7, 9. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. So in both adenine and guanine, it rings contain totally 4 nitrogen atoms at position number 1, 3, 7, 9. Whereas you can see here pyrimidine bases. Only two rings are there. At position number 1 and the position number 1 at position number 3. So here one position first and 3. Here also 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Here you can see only six membered single ring structural salon. Okay, these all nitrogen bases. Are you clear with this? Actually, this thymine also called as 5-methyl uracil. So the type of permanent bases found in DNA molecule is thymine, but RNA is, instead of thymine, RNA contain uracil. But the difference between uracil and thymine is, okay, see, structurally they are same. So uracil, this is structure of uracil, this one is structure of, this one is structure of thymine, right? The difference you can see here. So here the both structures are same. Only difference is thymine on this contain one additional methyl group at position number at carbon 5. So that this thymine also called as 5-methyl uracil. 5-methyl uracil also called as thymine, right? So the type of nitrogen base found in DNA is thymine, but RNA instead of thymine it contain uracil, right? So next we will see exactly that the difference between the based on the nitrogen base differences between DNA RNA. So DNA molecule contain only 4 different type of nitrogen bases: cytosine, guanine, adenine, and RNA contain 4: cytosine, guanine, adenine, uracil. You see in DNA, what is the nitrogen base are there? Cytosine, guanine, adenine. So instead of uracil here, the thymine is present. There is a main difference between DNA and RNA. So the type of nitrogen base here is, here also 4, DNA also 4, but the difference is all nitrogen bases are same, but RNA contain uracil instead of thymine, whereas DNA contain thymine alone. There is no uracil. There is a major difference between DNA and RNA. So next we will see the structure of nucleotide, how the nucleotide is formed, because these 3 compounds join it together only, one pentose sugar, one nitrogen base, and one phosphate group or phosphate group together only you can call it as it's a nucleotide. A nitrogen base is joined to the pentose sugar through N-glycosidic bond. The bond name is called N-glycosidic linkage. And after joining, so you can see here one nitrogen base joined with only with pentose sugar. Pentose sugar either may be ribose or deoxyribose. So this compound you can call it as nucleoside. Here only 2 compounds are there. So along with this, a phosphate joint you can call it as nucleotide. This one is a nucleoside. See, nitrogen base is there. Nitrogen base on this joined with the pentose sugar. Where it joined in at position number 1 at carbon 1, the nitrogen base is joined. So what is a bond with join nitrogen base with the pentose? The bond name is called N-glycosidic bond. N-glycosidic bond, right? So now the nucleosides are formed. Okay. So only nucleoside we can see what are the different type of nucleoside found in DNA and RNA. So the nucleoside in DNA is, so because here adenine, this depends on sugar, it may vary. You see adenosine, because ribose sugar plus adenine one, you can call it as adenosine. And a ribose plus guanine one, you can say guanosine. Ribose plus cytosine, you can say it's cytidine. Ribose plus uridine name is called uracil. Similarly, deoxy. Only thing is the sugar alone different. There it's a ribose, here deoxyribose. So that you can add the term deoxy. Here deoxyadenosine, deoxyguanosine, deoxycytidine, deoxythymidine. Because the nucleoside in DNA is only 4 and RNA also 4, right? So there is no deoxyuridine. Similarly, there is no thymidine. Thymidine only deoxythymidine is there, right? You see, sugar and adenine is there. If sugar is ribose, adenine joined with ribose, I can say adenosine. Adenine joined with the deoxyribosine, I can say deoxyadenosine. Similarly, other nitrogen bases also. Guanine with ribose on the guanosine. Guanine with the deoxyribosine, they can say guanosine, deoxyguanosine. Cytosine plus ribose on the cytidine. Cytosine plus deoxyribose is deoxycytidine. And you see, if uracil joined with ribose, you can say uridine. Thymine joined with deoxyribose, you can call it as deoxy. Uracil on the join with only ribose. Similarly, thymine join with only deoxyribose, not with ribose, right? And you see here, one nitrogen base, one sugar, one phosphate, together you can call it as nucleotide. If sugar is ribose, I can say it nucleotide. If sugar is deoxyribose, I can say deoxyribonucleotide. So that is a difference, right? The type of nucleotide found in DNA, all nucleotides are deoxyribonucleotide. But type of nucleotide found in RNA name is called, simply you can say it nucleotide, or you can say ribonucleotide also. Okay, see here, first nitrogen base. So the first carbon atom, the nitrogen base is joined. The bond which joined the nitrogen base with sugar name is called N-glycosidic bond. Similarly, the phosphate is joined with the fifth carbon atom of the nucleoside. The bond which joined this phosphate with the nucleoside or sugar name is called phosphoester bond. The nucleotide, two types of bonds are there. One is a phosphoester bond, another one is a N-acetyl glycosidic bond. But don't say that this bond is phosphodiester. Here only phosphoester bond, right? And you see here how it is joined, given nitrogen base, sugar, phosphate. Together we are saying that. Okay, see here, the ninth nitrogen atom of that nitrogen base, this adenine base, joined with the first carbon of the sugar. Similarly, the phosphate is joined with the fifth carbon of the sugar. So this bond is N-acetyl glycosidic bond. This bond is phosphoester bond. Phosphoester bond, like three parts joined together. One phosphate group, one sugar, one nitrogen base. So these three parts together you can call it as nucleotide. So here the type of sugar here is deoxyribose. So this nucleotide is deoxynucleotide, deoxyribonucleotide. If it is here the sugar is ribose, you can say it ribonucleotide, or simply you can say nucleotide alone, right? I hope that this revision may be useful for you. Up to this end of today's session, and tomorrow we will continue further. If you have any question up to this, you can ask me now. Students?
Yes, sir.
If you have any question, you can ask me now.